So welcome to another tutorial on the MATLAB tech. In this particular tutorial series, we are looking into the concept related to Arduino board programming and how we can implement and develop new prototypes using Arduino board. So this is the most popular board that we are using for this particular project. We will be exploring further boards in the further projects, but for now we have the Arduino Uno in this particular project. And yeah, so this will be connected to a breadboard, and the breadboard will have all the relevant connection to the sensors. So the first sensor that we will be using is a IMU sensor. So IMU stands for inertial measurement unit. So this is a sensor that is used to measure acceleration and the angle with respect to the x, y, and z axis. So basically these are called roll, pitch, and yaw, which you will be using in case of robotics and all the relevant topics. And this will be more helpful when you are trying to develop any flight control system. And there you will be taking control actions based on these angles, acceleration. So mostly that will be helpful, and mostly it deals with the dynamics of the system, mostly aerodynamics and related things. The next sensor that we will be using a ultrasound sensor, and this particular sensor is used to measure distance. It will have one echo and one trigger. So basically trigger will send a signal. Basically this is a sound signal, and echo will receive that signal. And with the help of these sending and receiving, by using the velocity of sound, you will be able to measure the distance of the object that is in front of this particular sensor. And this basically is more useful when you are trying to develop a ground robot, which is basically trying to avoid obstacles. And yeah, that is a use case, but you can use it for your own purpose to develop something. Next is the IR sensor that you have, and in case of the IR sensor, you also do have a emitter and a receiver. This is the emitter and this is the receiver, and based on this you will have proximity type of sensor. So this is a kind of proximity sensor, like if any object is very near to this particular IR sensor, then you will be able to detect the presence of the object, and it will give a different value. And with the help of this sensor signal pin that you are able to see, so it will send the output. So most of the sensors that you will be able to see will have a VCC and ground, and it will have a sensing pin, or it will have multiple sensing pins. Okay, like in case of ultrasound sensor, you will have two sensing pins. In case of IMU sensor, you will have 4 to 5 sensing pins. So based on that, you will be using the devices. Coming to the actuators or the output devices that we are using for this particular project, we will be using the BLDC motor or DC motor that we are using for this purpose. To control the speed, we will be using the Arduino board with respect to the sensors output, and this will be mostly used for the mini drones that you usually see. So this is a high-speed motor which you can use to give the input, and based on the voltage that you give, it will control the speed. One more device that we will be using is the most common device, that is a LED. And LED basically is used to indicate something, but in our case, suppose we want to measure some output, right, and we want to control it, then we will be using this LED in our case for simple examples. And here we have the breadboard. So as you already know, there are two types of connection in a breadboard. So the first type of connection is the vertical connections. So these are mostly receiving the power supply, because one power supply can provide power to multiple sensors. So what you can do over here is to connect the pins of the power and ground, right, the VCC and ground, to this particular vertical pins, which are so many, and that way it will help you to get power to individual sensors, and they will work properly, and they will be directly connected to the power source. And here you will be able to see the horizontal connections, right, 1 to 30. So there are 30 horizontal connections for this line and for this line. So it is starting from A, B, C, D, and here F, G, H, I, right? So these are the horizontal connections, like individual row is connected, and there you can connect your devices as well in the horizontal connections. We will see in detail like how we are organizing all these components in the particular board. And yeah, we do have totally three sensors: one IMU, one ultrasound, and one IR sensor. And we do have two outputs: one is LED and another is a motor. This is one project setup that we are using, but we will be using multiple project setups that will be helpful for you to understand the Arduino programming, and this will give you a clear idea like how to develop prototypes in the hardware environment with the programming, and this will give you some idea to develop your mini projects or projects or major projects in your academics area, or you can develop some prototype based on the knowledge. Okay, so yeah, this is all about the hardware overview that we will be using for programming. In case you are liking the channel, please consider subscribing. In case you have any comment or query, please let us know in the comment section. We will be more than happy to clarify your doubts on these sections. Have a great day ahead. Thank you and take care. Bye.